boy, back at it again. Appo. Well, hey there everyone, it's Anthony, back with another video here on single and placing. Hi, hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. Today we're back here at the Westminster Hills open space. It is Tuesday, March 11th. We're just out here gonna respond to some comments with the boy. He's got a new harness. I still need to adjust the straps a little bit, but I wanted to get him a white or cream colored harness because his black one kept leaving black dye on his chest and especially like right under his neck. There's like a little black or kind of gray stain from it just leaving stuff behind, especially when he splashes in the water and some of the dye comes off his coat, and it's been kind of a pain to get it off. So I ordered this cream colored harness and it works. I just need to adjust the straps a little bit more. It's still a little loose around his neck, but I don't know exactly, Apollo, I don't know exactly how I feel about it because I don't know. I shouldn't put a gender to dog accessories, but does it make him, he's peeing right now. I'm like, does it make him look a little is it too feminine of a color, that like cream? I don't care, I guess. It's mainly utilitarian because I just don't want it to stain his pretty little coat. But I'm like, now I'm gonna have to, now I feel like he's gonna get a lot more like, oh, how old is she? Like, it's a boy. I know he's wearing a cream harness, but it's to keep him from getting stained. I don't want to stain his beautiful coat. So if I could find a harness that's made of something not cloth, like if they had like a rubbery one or something like that, then I'd pick a different color. But for now, this is what we're doing, and it wasn't super expensive. I think it was like $20. Seems to work okay. But yeah, poor boy. So let's really quickly dive into just some life updates real quick. Life's going good, work's going good. Matt's doing well. I was just texting him before we left the house today. He's doing good. As far as diamond painting goes, what? Are you happy to be out here off leash? I took you on our walk around town on Sunday, and yesterday we did another walk around town, and so today was an off-leash day. But yeah, as far as diamond painting goes, I won't go into everything. I will say that I did end up filming my unboxings of Ship in the Night by Image World and Bees in a Hive, I forget what it's called, by Susan something. I got those filmed today during my lunch break, so I'll edit those tonight, and I think I'm going to do one this week and one next week, or one in a few days. I don't think I'm going to do them back to back because I don't have any more. And then my customs from Jade are supposed to be here Thursday, and so I'll film those probably on Friday, spread those out too, I think. We'll see. Good boy. You had a lot of pee today. Oh my goodness. So yeah, have those coming. Ooh, it's a little windy. Hopefully the mic is doing its job. And then whips. I'll just talk about the only ones I've been working on. A Waterfall in the Jungles ×2. One of them I've completed bottom up over, so it looks like a backwards C, and then I need to come down to finish that border. And then the other one, I am halfway done coming across the top. So I'm hoping by the end of the week I'll be able to finish across the top on that one and then come down on the other one, and I'll have both the borders finished. I'd like to get that done sometime next week. We shall see. I had mentioned in a previous vlog that the perforated cover plastic was exactly aligned on both of them. Well, no, turns out it wasn't. I got to the top I'm coming across the top on the second one, and for whatever reason, that one has extra at the top, so I'm really doing like 1.5 sections across the top, whereas the other one was like 3/4 of a section. So I don't know what happened there, why it's off. It's not a big deal, but now I will technically be further along on one than the other. They won't be exactly in tandem, but I'm thinking I'll still finish them around the same time. I'm not sure, we'll see. But that whole idea of they'll be exactly 1 for 1 didn't work out, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll just be slightly further along on one than the other. Come on. Come on. Come on, big boy. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So that's diamond painting. When I filmed those unboxings today, the ship in the night one, I was going over the colors or looking at all the colors, and I'm like, oh, look at all these blues, and look at this blue, and look at this one. I'm like, I never thought that I would be yearning for like dark blues and like 939s and stuff, but there isn't really much of any of that in Waterfall in a Jungle. So I was looking at those blues, and I'm like, oh gosh, come on. It'll be so nice once I can get back to some of these blues that I really do enjoy working on, because right now it's just green as far as the eye can see. Forest greens and emerald greens, I like them, and browns, I like them, but I did get to some sky color, and the sky is made up of this kind of yellowish, I think it is, fairy dust that the kit came with, and then DP with Sparklers changed one of the beiges to a glitter drill, and it has like some gold glitter, so it's like beige with the gold glitter. At first I was like, ooh, I don't know about this, and there's a lot of it, but as I put it down, I'm like, okay, this is working for me. They're kind of like those jelly drills that are kind of see-through. So I was also worried that I was going to see the symbols underneath the drill come through, but they're just colored enough. They have just enough, dye or colorant in them that you can't see it. And especially with the glitter top, you can't see the symbols. So I'm like, okay, I can live with this. So it's growing on me. I think once I see it all done, I'll be a lot happier. But the first time I started putting those down, I was like, uh-oh, I don't know if I like this, and there's a lot of it, but I'm going to trust the process. I'm going to trust Tima, and I think it'll be fine. So yeah, I'm happy with them. I've definitely been my diamond painting time, and it's always been like this, where I just kind of zone out. But for whatever reason, I think I mentioned it in the last vlog or the vlog before, putting on my theme park YouTube content and stuff like that, I really just get in the zone and just go and go and go. Like, it doesn't feel taxing at all, or like, this kit is not for me. Like, I'm loving the kit. The drills are just so much fun. The only ones that I don't really love putting down is the ABs. ABs are just, they're a beautiful enhancement drill, but they're such a pain in the butt to work with because they just love sticking to your diamond painting pen, and it's almost impossible for me to multi-place ABs because they're just finicky, so I always end up just single placing all of my ABs. But other than that, which is common for any kit, but other than that, I just feel like I could close my eyes and diamond paint it, open them to look at the color, and then close them and know, like, okay, I gotta put six, like, I don't know, it just feels like I'd just completely go off into space, which is a good thing. I'm not like, when is this section gonna be done? Like, it's just easy breezy, beautiful cover girl working on Waterfall in a Jungle. So yeah, I'd say I'm 16% done with one and 18 on the other. But yeah, it's a lot of drills. It's over a quarter million drills. It's like 260,000 or something like that. And it ends up being like 208 by 140 centimeters worth of diamond painting to do. So it's a huge project between the two, but I haven't lost momentum yet. So we'll see. When I get to 50 and 50 on them, so I've technically completed one whole one, we'll see how I feel then. But yeah, let's get right to it. Now, there are a fair amount of people here. Come here, love bug. Oh my gosh, you get over here. There are a fair amount of people around, so I'll do my best to talk through it, but I may have to stop and start, just depending on what Apollo decides to do. But I do want to socialize him today, so I'm not gonna fuss over it too much. I just got to be mindful of other dogs. So yeah. Oh, wait. Did I ever talk about that? Yes, I did. Is there anything else that needs to be discussed? I feel like there was something I was like, don't forget to mention this. I guess we'll quickly touch on skincare. I'm sorry. So I've been using, I always try to have a retinol in my routine that I usually use nightly or every other night. It's just a really well-studied ingredient. And so there's various forms of retinol. You have your traditional retinol, retinol, and that's your weakest form of vitamin A. And that's really good if you're just starting out, trying to get a feel for using retinol. It's a cell communicating ingredient, and rather than exfoliating or whatever, like not interacting with the skin cells themselves, retinol actually interacts with your skin cells and tries to right the ship. So if you are overproducing oil, it essentially, just to simplify it, talks to the skin cells and is like, get your act together, normalize, balance oil production. If you're dry, it kind of does the opposite. Hey, let's pick it up a little bit. If you're the type of person where you have flaky skin that just doesn't like to slough off, it encourages cell turnover. So it tells the cells like, hey, speed up this life cycle, let it go, And so it just kind of helps correct. And it's one of the most well-studied topical skincare ingredients in history. And so retinol's your base level where you want to start. Then you can move to retinal, retinal, which is essentially one conversion step closer to what your skin can actually communicate with. Whereas retinol, I believe, is 2 or 3 conversion steps that your skin has to do before it is an active ingredient. So that's what I've currently been using. It's that middle ground. It's a little bit more of the next level up with retinol, retinal. Then there's adapalene, which is another form of retinol. And that used to be prescription. Now you can get it over the counter, and you have been able to for years. Various brands have it, but the most common one you'll see is Differin gel, 0.1% adapalene. And that's another step closer. So that's yet another level up. I've used that off and on, but I've never really liked adapalene formulations for whatever reason. I feel like I want more out of Differin gel, so I tend to use it for a while, and then I'll go back down a level to retinal. Hold on. Hi. So I usually just stick with retinal because I just like the formulation of a lot of retinals is just a little bit more my speed. Usually you'll see them in like a cream. So I find them to be a little bit more moisturizing. And so that's what I've been using for, I'd say, about a year. And I most recently have been using the Ordinary's 0.2, 0.1%, I forget, retinal. Ordinary is just a very affordable brand. But I was ready to level up again. I've been consistent with my skincare routine. I'm seeing good results. My skin is, at this point used to higher percentage retinol. I think it's 0.2%. So I was ready to level up again. But I wanted to skip the adapalene and go to a product that I have used in the past, and that's tretinoin. And that is a prescription level retinol that is as close to what your skin can use immediately. It doesn't have to do all the conversions. It's just much more potent and impactful. And I use a brand called Agency. And so you go online, it's kind of like Curology. It's owned by Curology, but it's meant for more, as opposed to acne fighting. Their formulations are a little bit more focused towards anti-aging, and their whole marketing and branding is geared towards an older set, the adults, as opposed to the teens and tweens. But it's the same ingredient, they just add some different things that might work better for well aging as opposed to fighting acne. So look at this baby. Look at that baby. Oh my goodness. There's some cute puppies out today. So you go online and you sign up for their service. I already had an account. You tell them all the things that you're trying to address. Dryness, fine lines, wrinkles, hyperpigmentation, dark spots, whatever, all your concerns. You fill out this online survey. You have to take pictures of your face at different angles to show them different sides of your face and all that stuff. And then they have online dermatologists, like e-dermatologists, I guess, that review everything that you want to do. But you can also tell them, I'm pretty savvy with ingredients, so I can just tell them, this is what this is what I'd like to have in my formulation if, based off of your assessment, you agree. So I used to be on 0.07% tretinoin back in the day. That's the highest I got before I decided to cancel the subscription and explore other things. Not that it didn't work, but it is a little pricey. It's about $30 a month for the formula, maybe $40 a month for the formula. So there was just a time in my life where it was like, this has got to go. I think I can make it work with some other stuff. And it was around the time where I started to lose interest in skincare and lost consistency. So I'd still have a bottle because I hadn't been using it every day, and then they'd charge me and send another one. And I'm like, okay, this is a lot. and I didn't want it to expire, you know, like I just wasn't using it fast enough. So I was like, let me cancel this. So at that time I was on 0.7% tretinoin, 0.07, I'm sorry. There's a huge difference, 0.07. And so I wrote the derm and I was like, hey, I'd like to get back on my agency formulation. They call it Future Formula. And here's what was in my bottles last time. I'd like to up the tretinoin to 0.1%, so adding that extra 0.03, because my skin is so used to that higher percent of retinol that I think I'll be okay. So filled it all out. The derm wrote me back and she was like, hi, I'm doctor whatever. Based off of what you told me and I took a look at your previous formulas, I think that's fair. Just please take it easy. Start slow. If you start to notice dryness, irritation, flakiness, itchiness, cut it back to, twice a week, then move up to 3 times, 4 or 5, and move your way up to doing it every day. And I was like, okay, sounds good. So that just came in yesterday. So last night was my first night back on tretinoin. So we'll see how it goes. I do remember when I did this last time and moved up to the 0.7 from like a 0.4, I think is what I was. I did notice, especially on my neck, some flakiness, dryness, just kind of flaky skin. And that's normal for someone going on to tretinoin for the first time or increasing the strength. They call it retinization, and they also call it tret face, tretinoin face, where you're kind of flaky and dry because your skin's just getting acclimated. Those skin cells are getting acclimated to a new mode of operation, essentially. So it can be a little uncomfortable, a little itchy, a little dry, but it was especially apparent on my neck because my neck, it's like different skin than my face, much less oily, a little bit thinner. So the effects were just a little bit more intense on my neck, but I like to have it on my neck because that's where I have a ton of hyperpigmentation. That's where I get my ingrown hairs when I shave. So that's kind of a main point of concern for me. So I kind of have to get it done on my neck, or get it down to my neck. Not all the way down, but like halfway. Look at Apollo. People just set up a little impromptu dog park here, play area in the trail, and he is, of course, becoming Mr. Popular immediately. He's such a little social butterfly. Not like his dad. Not like his dad. Cutie. I'd like to go up this way, but then we've got another group of people that are standing up on the hill. So I'm like, which way do I go where I won't have to deal? I guess I'm just gonna pass by them. Sorry. So yeah, adding yet another product to the routine. Oh my gosh, more. I have more to tell you. You know what, maybe we'll go. Hi, buddy. Hi. Come here. Come here. Hi. I just don't want him running into this fence. It's not barbed wire, but it is wire. Apollo, let's go this way. We're gonna take a different route just to try to circumvent this group of people that seems to be accumulating at the top of the hill. He doesn't mind because he had friends over here too. So there's another ingredient from all new products that just got released, I think this week in the US, from the brand Eucerin, which is very commonly known. They've developed or have a patent on an ingredient that is used to help lighten and fade dark spots and hyperpigmentation specifically. Common ingredients for combating hyperpigmentation and dark spots are niacinamide, obviously your normal exfoliation, ingredients like kojic acid, alpha-arbutin are all ingredients that can help with hyperpigmentation, along with a bunch of other things like brightening and all of that stuff. But they can have benefit for hyperpigmentation, but they're not quite strong enough to deal with like deep set melasma and that type of thing, which is what I experience on my neck from years of ingrown hairs and irritation on my neck. So I have like my skin tone on my neck is kind of darker and kind of patchy from all that melasma. Sun exposure can help, can worsen it. And I've said this before, but in my 20s, I spent my time tanning and out in the sun with no sunscreen. So I was only making things worse for myself. Let's go. Only making it worse for myself. Oh my gosh, Apollo's full on in play mode. I'm okay with it as long as they're okay with it. Eventually, I would assume they walk away. They've just been standing there for a while. If I walk away, he'll come to me eventually. There he goes. I see him. He's coming. So, yeah, I have like really deep set discoloration on my skin, melasma. And it's very hard to remove. It's if you try to tackle it, it's a years-long process that requires lots of trial and error, plenty of sunscreen, wearing protective clothing on my neck if I'm going to be out in the sun, all of that stuff. He's really going far away. Let's get to the top of this hill and we'll see where he's at. He's just wiling out. So it's always been a struggle. The only thing that has ever worked consistently and well for me, here he comes, I see him. Look at this boy bounding through the meadows. Come here, little boy. Where did you go? Where did you go? Hi, baby. Hi. Hi, sweet pea. Hi. Let me see that butt. Can I see the butt? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Good boy. I love you. The only thing that has worked consistently and had really good effects is hydroquinone, which used to be an over-the-counter ingredient at a 2% strength. Different also, they had a hydroquinone gel. It smelled really weird. It smelled like a really intensely chlorinated pool, or just very chemically kind of bleachy. And it was an ingredient that you had to be very careful with, because yes, it would lighten skin tone and help with that melasma, but it could also lighten the regular skin tone as well. So you'd end up with kind of the reverse of patchy skin, where you had these areas that were oddly lighter, because it kind of worked to, destroy the excess melanin. And if you're a deeper skin tone person, that can be a problem. So someone like me had to be very careful with it. You had to cycle off and on. So they recommended, all right, you use it for 4 months, then you take a 2-month break, or 3 months and take a 1-month break, or whatever, But you have to cycle on and off to reduce the risk of having that reverse hyperpigmentation. I think it's hypopigmentation. Otherwise, you could end up with the reverse problem, where you're like, why do I have all these weird light patches everywhere, And it was like one of those things that you're not supposed to apply when pregnant or nursing, that type of thing. Like, it was just, that's why it got moved from an over-the-counter to now only being prescription. But because of my lack of consistency and keeping track, I was so bad about remembering, like, how long have I been using this? Okay, should I probably cycle off? Well, I did skip an entire week or 2 weeks. I kept forgetting. So should I start over? Like, I was so bad about it. So I just decided to stop using it because of the risks involved. You can still get it from one company in Korea, still has it, because there I don't believe it is a prescription product, but there's just like one brand that does it, and I just don't know if I trust it. It's too much risk. So I haven't been using it, and my melasma definitely, that's the other thing. When you completely stop using it, good majority of the time your melasma just comes right back over time. So it's something you have to constantly cycle off and on, as long as you want it to, your dark spots to stay away. Well, the company that owns Eucerin in the EU has had this patented ingredient that is supposed to work very similarly to hydroquinone without the risk factors. And so the EU has had it for, I believe, a couple of years. And the only way that you were able to get it in the US is one of this parent company's brands had it in their serum, but it was like $200 and something. So I hadn't even heard about it, but one of my YouTube people that I follow, Dr. Dray, D-R-A-Y, she put up a video today saying that Eucerin has released this patented ingredient in their new serums that just came out like 2 days ago. And so I ordered it and picked it up after work today. So I'm now going to be working this new serum and night moisturizer into my routine, mainly focusing on my neck because I want to see if it has any like noted difference. So we'll see. Okay. Hold on. So yeah, new patented ingredient, supposed to be all the benefits of hydroquinone without the side effects and potential risk. And they have actually done some pretty extensive clinical testing and human trials, not just on human skin cells in a petri dish, but actual human trials. And they've done human trials with people of deeper, with melanated skin like mine. So that's very promising. That's very promising. And I'm really excited. I'm excited because this guy's like, he's okay, he'll come. This guy's like, your dog's still over here. I'm like, yeah, it's okay. He knows the deal. He'll only completely run away from me and run off into the night if he's looking for Maverick, apparently, because that happened one time. Right? Right, buddy? Yeah, you know who feeds you. So, what was I? Oh, so yeah, I'm super enthused about this. The only downside that Dr. Dray said is they do add a fragrance to this product, and it's very intense and very floral, and I do not like floral scents. So I'm hoping she's very sensitive to synthetic fragrances or fragrances of any kind. They can be a migraine trigger for her, so she tends to sometimes exaggerate the scent profiles of skincare products. So I'm hoping it's not as wild as she was claiming. But even if it is, I'm going to try to keep it just to my neck if it is too intense. Because I just don't like when those types of scents linger, where I just catch a whiff of my own face throughout the day. So I'm hoping it's not like that. And I do plan on using this in the nighttime. So I'm hoping that, I'm using it when I sleep. It won't be that bothersome. And then I'll use a different moisturizer in the morning. So, yeah, so they came out with a night cream, night moisturizer, a daytime moisturizer with SPF, a serum, an eye cream, and then a cleanser, but the cleanser doesn't have that newfangled ingredient in it. It's just part of the branding. There's a cleanser that's paired with it. So I got the night cream and the serum. So, and they say on the box, it is recommended not to use this ingredient, apply it more than 4 times in a day. So you don't want to do the serum plus the 2 moisturizers and the eye cream more than once each per day. Or any combination, as long as it adds up to less than 4. So maybe you do the serum twice a day and the night cream twice a day, then that's your 4. So I'm curious. I know a lot of people probably listening don't care about skincare, but if you do suffer from melasma or dark spots, sunspots, this could be an interesting product line. And if you want to know more, let me know and I'll try to include a specific link. But you can find it on the Ulta website. Just type in Eucerin and you'll see it there. It's kind of in there. All the packaging is kind of in like a peachish hued bottle lineup. So I guess the eye cream doesn't have fragrance because synthetic fragrance can be a potential irritant, especially near your delicate eye area. So they did remove the fragrance from that, and Dr. Dre was like, if you really want to avoid the fragrance at all costs and you are willing to spend the money, then you could probably just put the eye cream all over your face. But they don't tell you what percentage of this active ingredient is in each product. So who knows if there's more in the serum, in the creams, than there is the eye cream. So you might be getting a less potent version of it. But you could spread it all over your face. But the eye cream is like less than half the size of the night moisturizer and the same price. So you'd be signing up to spend more than double just to not have it smell like anything. So I'm not in that boat. I'll give it a whirl. If it's really that awful, then I guess I could return it. But I'm willing to give it a shot because of this new technology. Because I just can't, I'm not interested in doing hydroquinone again. It's just a little too risky. Too risky. But all right, comment time. After you guys are probably like, Anthony, shut up. We get it. You have skin. Cool. We all do. This way. Hi, little cutie. Okay, let's go to view all. Hi, let's go. Little butt. Little butt. Little butt. Come over here. Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. Yes. Yes, you are. I love you. All right. Going to my vlog, episode 175. Sunrise Sunset says, I love when Daddy plays with me. Apollo, probably. Yeah. If he hasn't gotten his... If he hasn't gotten his plays in, like enough social interaction when we're out here, then it falls on me to make up the difference. But I don't mind it at all. I love when he gets all zoomied. He gets all that energy out. So, yeah. Trin gave some heart emojis. Thank you. Artemis says, it's going. I'm commenting now because I think of and then forget my comments by the end of the video anyway. Well, thank you for jumping in early. I appreciate it. And Chocolate Diamond says, hi, Anthony. I'm in Colorado visiting my son and granddaughter. Maybe we can meet for coffee. Oh, that would be nice. I don't know when I'm going to be posting this, and so I don't want to miss you. So I'm going to write you back right now, as well as respond to you while recording. I'd love to. What does your schedule look like? question mark, feel free to email me. That would be awesome. Yeah. I have, not that this matters because I don't know when this is going to go live, but I do have Friday off this week. This is one of my, this is my short week. So I do have Friday off. So yeah. Oh, last thing, I took a screenshot of it and I was like, remember to mention this and how excited you are. When I parked the car, I pulled up Instagram to see if Diamond Art Club had released anything yet for this Saturday. And I got a pop-up that Daiso is opening their first Colorado location in Aurora, which is on the other side of town from me, but I don't care. Daiso is a Japanese store originally, and I've only been into one Daiso in Istanbul, but they have, it depends on the location. I'm hoping we get a big, massive one, but the one in Istanbul was all just kind of gift shop kind of things. Almost think of it as like a Five Below, but with all kind of like Japanese style. There's lots of like kind of cute culture stuff there, like cute little backpacks and, you know, all of that stuff. A lot of Hello Kitty kind of centric things. But it's all kind of Five Below pricing, at least from what I remember. So I got a couple tote bags from there and I think a hat in Istanbul. But bigger Daisos are more like, kind of have like a whole pharmacy section. So you'll have like collagen supplements and all sorts of stuff, but lots of J-beauty, Japanese beauty, sheet masks and sunscreens and cleansers and shampoos and conditioners, like all the stuff I love. And a lot of them will also have a K-beauty section because it's just very popular. And so I'm always envious of people that have Daisos in their city because I'll see YouTubers go Daiso shopping and I'm like, look at the skincare aisle. I would be in heaven just grabbing all the things, you know, like we need something like that in Colorado. We have very few dedicated Asian beauty sections in stores or dedicated stores in general that are focused on K-beauty. The best that we have is an Aditom, which is a store that's owned by Amore Pacific, which is like one of the largest cosmetic manufacturers and companies based out of Korea. So they have like, I don't know if you'll know any of these brands, but like Iope and Hera and Sulwasu. Oh my goodness! He just ran right into, oh my, you didn't get it out, huh? Apparently not. He just, he just freaking came at me like a wrecking ball and just slammed right into me and then took off running. You little jerk! What was that? What was that? Don't bite me too hard. I don't have a coat on. No nibbling. Nope. Your jaws are too strong for my thin sweater. So yeah, they're like one of the biggest. They're like, think of them as like the L'Oreal for Korea. So they have a store here in Colorado, but it's very minimal. It's connected to a salon. I think it's just like a franchise. And their selection's just kind of meh. And they don't turn over stock very often. There's times that I've gone in there and looked at some of the bottles and flipped them over and they're all expired. What? Are you jazzed? You seem pretty jazzed. It's very cute. So we have that. We have 2 locations for the Face Shop, which is another Korean brand. When I first started getting into K-beauty, I was all up in the Face Shop, buying all the stuff, getting all the things, because that's what we had local access to, and it felt so nice to walk out of a store with a bag of goodies as opposed to like waiting for it to come from Korea. But they've gotten better over the years, but I think of them as kind of like entry-level K-beauty, and their formulations a lot of times are just kind of and it's, it's none of the stuff's really that great. Like their cleansers are all very basic and stripping. Like it's just very old school. Like they're not up with the times, at least not back when I used to shop there. So I kind of elevated my way out of the Face Shop brand pretty quickly because everything was just kind of like, there's so much better out there. They haven't innovated seemingly in a long time. So there's 2 of those here in Colorado, but I'll go in there just to kind of turn my nose up at stuff and then walk out without buying anything, just to be like, I know better. I know better than to get this. Oh, this has way too much denatured alcohol in it. Oh, these sunscreens are so greasy. What are we doing? This is so 2013. So I haven't done that in a while, but I used to go in there, if I was in the area, just to be like, let me see if they've stepped up their game. And I'm like, nope, still trash. So I don't really go in there. So that's really all we have. You can sometimes go into an H Mart and get and get lucky with a couple things, but again, all the products are just very lackluster. You're not seeing any of like the hot, popular, latest and greatest coming out of Korea in terms of cosmetics in Colorado at all. But Daiso might be able to change that because they're usually up on trends and, it's just a very trendy shop, trendy store. And they also have their own in-house brand, Daiso Beauty or Daiso Skincare. And they partner with a lot of really popular brands, really innovative brands out of Korea. So there'll be like Daiso X Round Lab, which is like an amazing skincare line brand. And so they do it for dirt cheap. So I'm most excited for like their in-house brand. Think of it like the Sephora brand or the Ulta brand, but like so better, so much better and probably cheaper. So that opens on the 22nd, Saturday the 22nd. I got a little Instagram notification, and they open at 9 a.m. And the first 200 people that spend over $30 get a little goodie bag and a chance to win like some Daiso gift cards, I think. So I already screenshotted it. I'm gonna add it to my calendar when I get home. I'm getting in line at Daiso. I'm so excited. And for those of you that have had Daiso in your area for a long time, I'm very jealous because most of the time you can score some really cool, fun stuff there. And I have a feeling I'm going to be like a kid in the candy store. I hope. Anyway, sorry. My whole channel is now just turning into skincare and nutrition. I'm sorry. What? Come here, baby. Come here, Angel. Oh my goodness. It's so easy to see you at dusk because you're like a little light bulb yourself. Yeah, you're like a little light bulb. Come on. Okay. So gosh. Get it together, Anthony. Okay, moving on. Back to my vlog, or going to my vlog, episode 172. Chic Ia, I think. One LIY says, LOL, I have 2 teenagers and I'm constantly asking them, what does that even mean? Yeah, I think I was talking about how I get scared when the youths come around me and I'm like, oh God, am I not going to even recognize the language they're using? Oh my goodness. Then my blog, episode 174, Polly Tobin says, hi, Anthony and Apollo. I am a senior and belong to a local senior center. I have been diamond painting 3 years now. I took some of my paintings into the center to show people. I had some budget kits left over before discovering licensed painting and handed them out to interested parties. Some of my friends have begun to diamond paint and asked me to teach a class. Oh, wow. I'm not a real fan of teaching, but gave in and we'll have a class next month at the center using some diamond dots and DMC, I think DAC minis to have folks try out the craft. How fun is that? How cool. I love that. I mean, that is, it's not only feeding your own hobby, but that's community service. Like you're you're providing the ability for people, at the senior center, whoever wants to take the class, a chance to maintain and improve their fine motor skills, their concentration, their focus, while also relaxing, having an excuse to socialize in that setting. Like, that is so cool. I wish more people did that. I wish I could do something like that, and I should do something like that. But it would be so fun to see more of those little kind of pop-up tutorials and pop-up like little classes involving diamond painting, because you see them a lot for like pottery and traditional painting and knitting, all that stuff, but I don't see a lot about diamond painting. And you've done the right thing by doing the minis and stuff, but maybe that is kind of a roadblock, is just the amount of setup that's needed. It could potentially be price prohibitive for a lot of people, but the fact that you're able to do that, that's so awesome. I mean, we have a community center here in Golden. We're not in Golden right now, but you know what I mean. I should ask. That'd be kind of fun. Good for you. That is awesome. I love that idea. Cool. Tracy, it's like kind of like a pop-up retreat. Tracy Cruz says, "Oh, the dogs are so cute. The black dog is so cute. What kind is he or she?" That's Tally. That's Spencer and Katie's dog. Spencer was my old landlord / roommate in the place that I used to live at. He lived downstairs, and then me and Jeff lived upstairs. She is just a whole mix of stuff. She is a rescue. I don't think they've done like a DNA test. She certainly has some husky in her. She's got those beautiful blue eyes like Apollo. But yeah, she's a whole mess of stuff. I've been thinking of doing a DNA test for Apollo. I've been hesitant to do it because I'm like, he's 100%, I think I said this before, he's 100% my baby, and that's all that matters. Appo, come here, let me turn your little light on. Yeah, let me turn that little light on. Yeah, oh, thank you. Oh my goodness, I see a cute butt. He's a cute butt. Go on, get out of here, little baby. But the more I start to learn, I'm starting to try to focus on like longevity for him and making sure that he has, the best opportunity to live long, happy life. I feel like maybe knowing, not that it would necessarily change what we do, but knowing his breed mix and understanding maybe what some of those breeds might be predisposed to would at least key me in to keep an eye out for, degenerative joints disease, or degenerative joints, arthritis, hip dysplasia, whatever it is, to keep an eye out for it. Not that I'm going to freak out and start, taking him to the vet every 10 seconds, but just to know might be helpful in the future as I start to monitor his health more closely as he ages. So it might be a good to know, but not necessarily like a need to know. So I was talking to Matt about it this past weekend. He was like, well, it wouldn't hurt. And I'm like, oh, maybe I will. But I don't know what the hang up is. Like, it's not like it's going to come back and he's like 80% Chihuahua. And I'm like, I didn't want a Chihuahua. To what end would I be disappointed? Like, it doesn't matter. But I've just been hesitant to do it because that's one of the bugaboos. I've said this so many times. That's one of my bugaboos about when people ask me about Apollo is like, what is he? And I'm like, he's half husky and half Malamute. And most people, I'd say 50% of people are like, oh, cool. And then the other half are like, no, he's got to be at least a little Great Pyrenees. I mean, look at him. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe he is living a lie, or I'm living a lie by telling people that he's husky and Malamute. Like, I saw his mom and dad, and they certainly were not Great Pyrenees, but maybe his dad had a little bit, and it was more dominant in Apollo. Like, I don't know. So it always, I don't know why it bugs me, but it does bug me when people try to like guess his breed when I've just told them what he is, you know? I'm like, okay, well then you know more than me, clearly. So, but I think I'm just gonna do it and then I can know, because I'm sure, you know, I looked up Great Pyrenees because for a while there I didn't even know what kind of dog that was, and I looked it up and I'm like, yeah, those look like Apollo. Like probably there is a little bit in there, but who cares, you know? So, yeah, I'm not sure. I might get it done, but mainly to just know, so that way I can be clued in on like, if he starts developing this as he ages, it could be related to the fact that he's blah, 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 you know, and they're very prone to blah, 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 you know, so we'll see. But yeah, Tally is just a whole mixed up bag, which the more I learn about mixed breeds, the more I guess I'd be happier if there was more going on with Apollo, because it's usually the purebreds and like the single breeds that their health or, you know, or genetic dispositions to certain things are much more prevalent and much more common because there's nothing else in the mix, you know. So if it's like a purebred, you know, bulldog or Frenchie or whatever, then their chances for having respiratory issues and stuff are much higher than if it's a blend, because those genes tend to be more recessed because there's just more going on to there's less chance of having that dominance there. So I'd actually be okay, and actually maybe a little bit relieved if I'm like, oh, he's actually like 5 different breeds. I'd be like, okay, that might actually be a good thing. So yeah. But Tally is so sweet. She's so cute. She's so loving, and her and Apollo play together so well. I love having her around. Very mild-mannered dog as well. So anyway, thanks for the comment. Lisa Noof says, hi, Anthony. Sounds like your mom has an artistic mind, and I'm sure she will enjoy blinging Easter eggs. That's so cool that you can diamond paint together. Yeah, we still haven't gotten together yet, but we got to do it before Easter. Thank you for the comment. Going back to my vlog episode 172, Mia says, hey, love, I totally forgot you told me about these kiddos asking if you have a YouTube channel. They were adorable. I have full confidence that you can do this low buy thing, and you can always call or text if you feel the urge to purchase something you should not. Love and hugs to you and Apollo. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm doing good. I mean, it has... I am continually and will continue to be bummed out by the fact that I haven't been really even looking at some of my favorite shops outside of DAC, because I want to support all businesses, but I'm really trying to stick to this as much as possible and not let my eye wander and be like, ooh, new releases at Diamond Painting Shop, I should snag them, I love Rosa, or ooh, I gotta head over to Beck's, you know. I don't even like saying it because I feel like I'm just like, well, then you don't support them, but it's not that. I'm trying to support my own addiction recovery. And that's taking precedence right now. So yeah, but I will for sure. Thank you, Mia. Going to my vlog, episode 174. Kay Jorgensen says, hi, Anthony. Just wanted to comment that you have the most soothing and calming voice. Oh, thank you. I'm laying on the sofa sick. Oh, no. And got lulled to sleep by your kind voice. This is a good thing. Thank you for your content and keep up the good work. Oh, thank you. I feel that I appreciate that you feel that way. You know, most people say this, but they don't really like the sound of their own voice. I certainly don't. I find it to be a little grating. But I'm glad that you like it. Thanks for watching. Apollo, come on, let's go. Apo, come on. He's doing the thing of, oh, I sense that we're getting near the end of this walk. I'm gonna play keep away. I'm trying to keep his mind off that. He also seems to be focusing on something. Oh, it might be another person. I'm gonna just try to step up the pace. I see kind of a figure off in the distance, maybe, but we're gonna keep walking. Is this the one, guys? Is this the one where I get bashed over the head with the rock? We'll see. We'll see. Got it all on camera. No, they have a dog. I think they're just walking their dog. Oh boy. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Mia, same video, says, "Hey love, absolutely adore the photos and clips of Apollo's birthday party, even the ones I have already seen. I would get lost in the dark, so I'm amazed how you can always end up back at the car. I'll only walk on sidewalks or something like that in the dark. So did you have a crafty date with your mom yet? Love and hugs to you and Apollo." No, I haven't yet, but we will soon. We just need to get the stars to align, but hopefully soon. But yeah, I mean, you can't see, I think like right now in camera, it's probably pitch black or very close to it. It's just the camera settings aren't set in a way to like capture enough light in this super dim light. I've talked about this before. I always talk about everything before, but I can manually adjust them, but I'd have to go back in and like the next time we vlog, change them back. Otherwise everything's gonna just be like blown out and white. So I just leave it at its auto setting, so it does the best it can, but I can still see, you know, the path in front of me, and I can still see Apollo completely fine. So I'm not completely in the dark, and there is enough just kind of, what do they call that? It's just the light from the city, whatever it is, and kind of reflecting off the sky and stuff around here, that I'm never completely out here like in pitch black where I can't see anything and I'm just walking blind. Like I can see all the big rocks and like all that stuff. So we're totally good. I have been on hikes before where I've been out in the wilderness, and my headlamp has died and I am completely blind, and I just have to walk a little bit slowly. Obviously I'm not filming. This is, you know, years ago, with like friends out, and headlamp went out or whatever, and we're using our phones, or I just have to walk really slowly and kind of kind of keep a low step, so I'm not doing like some big high steps, and walk slowly, and like if I kick a rock, kind of feel up over it. That's only happened like once or twice in my life where we've gone hiking and we go a little too far, or, you know, it gets dark sooner than we were anticipating, and we're just kind of bushwhacking it back to the car or back to the campsite. But I usually also, maybe as I age, it's not as great, but I used to have a really good sense of direction too. Especially when we're hiking, it's like, okay, if we've been going uphill for this amount of time, then I at least know that we need to go downhill to retrace our steps. And or we turned left at the fork, so when we went left, if we flip around, we need to go right, so that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's really not bad out here. I mean, I can still, you might see Apollo's little light, but I can still see his full bod and his face and tail, and my vision's also fit. It's fine. I have a very minimal prescription, nearly 20/20. But as you age, things get worse. So yeah, and there's not like huge, big boulders and stuff out here. It's just like, smallish rocks, and most of them are loose. So if I was to kick one of them, it would just kind of go flying off. It wouldn't send me to the ground, knock on wood. Apo! Apollo! Come on. I see you. I see your little butt. I see your little butt. My goodness. The only time that it is disorienting is when I do this every time. I just got to drop the screen brightness. But going back and forth from the screen to looking up, like reading the comment and looking up, it takes a minute for my eyes to adjust. I'm like, oh, I am a little bit blind. Tracy Lautenschlager says, great vlog. Love the pics of Apollo and his friends. Great guest list. Thanks for sharing. Of course. Thanks for watching. And Trin says, love the Apollo birthday pics. Thanks for sharing your sweet boy. Of course. Anytime. I love him. I love him, and he is kind of the channel mascot and a little bit of a diamond painting mascot at this point. I mean, I introduced him shortly after I started my channel, maybe a few months into it, and then I got Apollo. So he's been around pretty much just as long as I've been diamond. The first picture I took of him laying underneath my feet is when I was working on Soul of the Rose. And I did that for Summer with the Masters 2022. Yeah, right? Yeah, 2022. And so I started that in like May of 2022. And I started my channel not too long before then. So yeah, they kind of coincided, the channel and the boy. So he's been creating content just as long as I have. Gosh, I should cut him half of my ad revenue every month. Don't tell him that. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. He's being exploited. Come here. Come here. Come over here, little cutie boy. Yes. Yes. Oh, let me see that butt. Let me see that butt. Yeah. Can I clip you up? We're getting close to the car. Let me clip you. You're such a sweet dog. Okay, you're good. All right, let's get a few more in. Red 8037 says, "Hi, Anthony and Apollo. I love the way you process or don't process drama. I'm going to copy your statement. I don't have enough headspace for it. Keep posting. I love your vlogs and all. Take care, my friends." Yeah, of course. Thank you for watching. And yeah, I mean, certain things I'm willing to let them take space in my head, and other things are just like a fleeting, like a glancing blow, and then we're moving on. As I've had this channel, I've worked on trying to have more things just be a glancing blow and moving on, as opposed to letting them sit with me. But it just depends, I don't think there's a problem with approaching different issues or drama or situation in different ways, depending on how invested you are or how engaged you are with them, or anything like that. So I'm not an all or nothing, like everything bothers me or nothing ever bothers me. Like, things bother me a lot. And sometimes things might just be a glancing blow, but I like to talk about them in jest, There's a drag queen that I follow, Delta Work, and she has a podcast called Very Delta, where the whole thing is frying the small fish, just talking about the little inconveniences or things that have changed, that Delta will just do a 20-minute monologue just going into it. And I could see a lot of people being like, why does she care about how McDonald's gives out their free sauces? Why is that an entire 20-minute conversation? But to me, that's comedy gold. I love when people fry the small fish, and I fry the small fish all the time. And so I am definitely that person that I'm not going to bed at night grinding my teeth about the McDonald's sauces, but I have some opinions about them, or, I'm not grinding my teeth about Art and Soul closing, but I'll talk about it a little bit, like that kind of thing. So I am the same personality type where, but other things will hit me a little bit harder, especially if it's like a small fish, but to someone that's close to me, it's a big fish, like that whole Mary Mud situation last year and the year before. Relatively small fish. Oh, there's somebody over there. That creeped me out. Let's just head back to the car. It's turning into a little invasion of the body snatchers out here. Come in. No. Dad doesn't like that. So, yeah, I mean, in one instance, I'll just, make some passing comments on it and be done. The next instance, I'll do an entire parody video making fun of some people. And it's just, it's just my own head. And if you're here for the ride, then great. But if you're not into it, then the great thing about YouTube is they have that little skip button or that little unsubscribe button, and it's your call, But yeah, I don't mind frying the small fish. Now we're off kilter here. There is a little churn off over here where we can go back to the car, and I thought we were there, but now I'm just walking in the field. But this person passed us, so we can go back. But yeah. When it comes to like what drama or what issues to process or not, it's just, we're all human. Things hit us in different ways at different times. It's all very situational, and I don't, especially when we're talking about diamond painting, it's like I don't think any of us should be taking any of it too seriously. And even if somebody does have a strong reaction to something that happens, you shouldn't take that person's reaction too seriously either. It's really low stakes around here, in my opinion. And I don't think that there isn't anything that I could say, there's nothing I could say that would tank a business. Like Anthony's out here calling out this shop for having a poor rendering. They're gone. Like none of that. I don't believe that's the case at all. And yeah, so I just kind of go with the flow, but I have learned over my 3 years of having a YouTube channel that I get easily pulled in to drama and situations because I feel like I connect to certain people really strongly pretty quickly sometimes. And so if something bad happens to them that I feel I can take a stance on or help out with, then I used to be very much like, sure, I don't care. I will name names and I will grow extra fingers just so I can point them at people. Like, I'll do it. But I've kind of learned over time, like, dude, it's not that big of a deal. And everyone here is adults, so they can handle their own, hopefully. And so you don't need to do that. You don't need to be that extra. So I've just kind of taken a step back, and I'm like, I'll just do my own thing and just focus on the fun and happy and the product reviews and all that stuff, and just not really care about anything else that's going on. So now when I see all this, like when I see stuff pop up on like my Instagram feed of some people that I still follow and stuff, or like shops, a lot of times it's shops, like that whole Art and Soul thing where they were just going on and on their website and on their Instagram, and I was like, I'm so lost. Like, what are they even talking about? And here's some screenshots to prove this and that. I'm like, what is going on? And I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I'm not going to look into it more. I don't want to know. I wish them the best, but I'm not even on the same planet anymore as all of this nonsense that goes on in the diamond painting world. Like, I'm not even I'm light years away, so I'm just like, I'm not even going to invite that into my mind. I just don't have the headspace for it, just like we both said now. So thank you for the comment. But yeah, and to some people that do take the crafting diamond painting hobby and the small shops and all that stuff just more seriously than I do might feel like that's a very cold way to feel, but there's just so much more I want to spend my mental and emotional energy on right now and just in life that I just have to approach it in that way, you know, because otherwise I just end up kind of spiraling and doom scrolling and looking for the drama. You know, suddenly I'm on Reddit typing in Hannah Lynn blah blah Diamond Art Club and I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? So okay, well that's that. We got a few more comments in. So yeah, hope you like this kind of blended vlog / comments. Just, you know, I'm doing stuff. I'm just here. I'm just existing now. And I hope that works for you. So anyway, thanks so much for being here and continued support. Love you guys. Oh, I'm going to say it now because I keep forgetting and I keep scolding myself. I'm doing it now. So I always end the video and I'm like, oh, I go to edit and I'm like, should I put it in at the end? And I'm like, no, I'll do it next time. And then just rinse and repeat. I never selected my winner for the $50 Diamond Art Club gift card, where you were to go to my vlog episode 155, and that's like 30 vlogs ago, and you were asked to comment what your favorite kit was from my stash. I just said, hey, watch my stash video, then go to vlog 155 and comment what your favorite kit or kit that we have in common from my stash, just to thank people for watching my several hour stash video. And I never picked the winner, and I keep scolding myself, and then I forget, and then here we go. So I'm doing it now. Thank goodness I remembered. Editing Anthony will come in at the end of this and announce the winners. And I say winners because in order to make up for my tardiness on this, I'm going to go ahead and pick 2. So we're going to have 2 winners for 2 $50 Diamond Art Club gift cards as a thank you for just being here. I love you. It means a lot. As life changes and the amount of content I put up changes, or the breaks that I take kind of change, I appreciate that you're still willing to stick around and wait and be patient for whatever comes next. I really do appreciate it. And so let's do 2 $50 Diamond Art Club gift cards. The way that you'll need to claim them, if you have been selected, is you need to email me. And my email is on the About Me section of my YouTube channel, singleandplacing@gmail.com, and say, hey, Anthony, I was the winner for one of your $50 gift cards. I'd like to redeem that. And I'll say, perfect. And I will tell you, go on to this vlog that you're listening to this right now, 170, whatever it is, this vlog right now, in the comments for this video, you need to come back to this and type in the keyword that I've given you. So I'll email you a keyword, chicken salad, egg salad sandwich, whatever it is, and you'll put that in there so I can confirm that the person I'm talking to via email is the person that has that YouTube account that won. So if it's Mia would log in, go to this video and type in albacore tuna and or whatever. she'd type in Shirley Temple, no ice, which would be kind of gross, but whatever. And then that confirms that yes, the person that I was talking to via email is the same person on YouTube, and then I will send you your gift card code. 2 winners, $50 to Diamond Art Club each. Thank you again. It means a lot. I feel like a jerk for putting this off for so long. I wasn't trying to skirt my giveaway. I just really kept forgetting. So we'll do 2, and that'll be that. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Stay tuned, because editing Anthony, listen up. Do it. You've been putting in all this overtime, but then there's no pictures in the videos. You say you're gonna put links in the description, you don't put them there. And then you turn in your time card and it's 52 hours a week? What is that? All right, well, wow, that was quite an aggressive end to that video filming, Anthony. It's editing Anthony here, and I did not appreciate that, and I will be taking it up with HR. But anyway, let's get into the winners for our 2 Diamond Art Club $50 gift cards. I'm going to go ahead and put them up in the screen as a picture-in-picture, the winning commenters. So please get your eyes on your screen, whatever you're using, so you can take a look. The first winner is going to be up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom, there it is. Go ahead and take a look, see if you are a winner of a $50 Diamond Art Club gift card. Congratulations to our first winner. There it is. Make sure you're looking. Look. Okay, cool. All right, that's going to fade away, and then we're going to pick our next winner. Are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There is our second winner there. Congratulations to both of our winners. Make sure you're taking a look. Boo, boo, boo. As filming Anthony so rudely said, well, anyway, make sure that you email me directly, singleandplacing@gmail.com, saying I won a gift card on one of your videos. I will give you a keyword to put into this video that you're listening to this right now on this vlog. You'll put that keyword in to confirm, and then I will send you your gift card code. Thanks so much for all the support. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to have you all here. Thanks again, as always. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of it. Happy placing. We'll see you next time. Bye.